Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another Mech Merlin build stream. I see quite a few people coming in super early. See a Damn Ink Arc, Biddy Soul, Alejo, Moon Sua, Keycaps, Bookmonger, Itharak. Thanks, guys, for joining in so early. As you can see from the stream title down below, we're finally building my NK87 EE. Let's see, I'll be building it with my last batch of Gateron KS9s. Yeah, thanks guys for joining in. Let me turn on some tunes for us all. I will have to say, Novelkeys stepped up their game, completely revamped their entire packaging process. So this is beautiful. This is definitely like high-end packaging for a budget board, which I still appreciate, you know? I still appreciate. But yeah, still comes in its regular Novelkeys box. There you go. Check it out. See that? Basically looks like an NK65 EE, just in black and in TKL. And I'm noticing that because I did unbox it already and take it apart, notice the body isn't exactly clipping together as tight as I remember it to. But you know, that's what happens with plastic, right? You can't open it too much. Yeah, glad to see that they're finally using PCB mount screw and stabilizers, so that's good. Let's see, they're also lube, so not bad, not bad. So just moving the stabilizer up and down, I can hear some rattle already. That right shift is pretty bad. About the enter key. Not bad for a sub $100 board. You know what, we should just test it out just to make sure. What do I think of the board so far? If you guys caught my unboxing, I basically said it's the NK65 EE in TKL form factor. It's not groundbreaking or like anything. It's a decent board, yes, but it doesn't have that wow factor. Though I will have to say that, okay, if you guys remember when the NK65 EE first came out, it was the first of its kind. Plastic, 65% QMK via compatible, cheap or relatively cheap, right? So I believe they spurred this new generation of KBD 67 Lite, Icky 68, and like a bunch of others, right? So I was hoping that with this one would have done the same thing. But the thing is, like, people learned so much from this board that there are actually cheaper TKLs out there, right? This isn't as impactful as when the NK65 EE first came out. All right, here, let's see how these stock stabs sound. Here we go. Let's turn off the music for a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys what the stock stabs sound like. Okay, so my opinion is all of them are bad. But there are some that are noticeably worse than others, such as the spacebar and the right shift. These two are the worst offenders. Yeah, if you guys were wondering whether or not the NK87 EE has well lubricated stabs or not, the answer is no. I think the best sounding one is the backspace. See, there's little rattle, but I can definitely still hear it. But anyway, I know that that's going to annoy the hell out of me, so I am just going to take the board apart. So you have I wish this thing screwed together. Me too, actually. I really wish that too. Because right now, as I said earlier, kind of like switches, right? If you open up your switches too many times, like the clips start getting loose. And sure, you know, once the clips get loose, then it contributes to more like top wobble. So sure, films help with that, but it's best to get it done right the first time, right? All right. Board is out. Anyone who buys like an NK87 EE and wants to mod their stabs because they sound bad, is gonna have a hard time. And especially if you're newer to the hobby and you don't really know how to do this kind of stuff, this is gonna be difficult. Yeah, I think there are only 2 screws securing the PCB. Is there anything from the front that secures it? No. Okay, looks like we're good. It's a plastic plate, guys. I didn't even know that. I was expecting an aluminum plate, similar to what this was. Okay. That's a plastic plate, guys. So because I don't know very much about these NK stabs, I think I'm inclined to just remove them altogether and replace them with Durock, because I know what Durocks sound like. I know how Durocks work, right? But NK ones, I'm not... I don't know. I really don't know. Just like removing these, I can hear the rattle. It's terrible. See, Joda Unco says, if you were to start your channel, would you consider a C922 camera if that's what you have, or would try to get some better equipment? I just have a couple of Arduinos plus circuits to play with and a kid as a client. I actually did start this channel with the C922, so that's your answer. There we go. Okay, we have all the stabs in place. And this is going to sound so much better. So much better, I hope. Yes. Definitely sounds better. Here, let me pause my music again. There we go. So, if you just tuned in within the last 10-15 minutes, you missed the initial stock test, which was rattly as hell. This is with stabs replaced to Durock V2s and with a proper lube job. Same switches, same keycaps. I think the spacebar could use a little bit more work. It usually happens when you have a 7U. 7U tends to accentuate more of the bad noises. Oh, there. Flew right off. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna sound much better than stock. No question there. There we go. The rest of it should be relatively easy, just because it's a hot swap build. Carter says, I'll go eat something, Merlin. I'll watch later the stream. Thanks for your time making these streams. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining in. Any difference between KS9s and KS3s except housing color? I don't know what the material difference is, but from what I can hear, KS9s are a deeper sounding switch than KS3s. KS3s themselves are already deep. These are deeper, which is why I made the switch. This is like if we're gonna talk about a deep sounding switch, a Novelkeys switch, if you will, the KS9 is my top choice. So this is NicePBT Beige. That's what I'm building this with. Okay, let's see. Let me just put stuff away here and we can do our typing test. I'm going to say that I love the sound of this more than my NK65. My NK65 was built with Telios, with ABS keycaps. This one seems to definitely be thockier than it. I quite like the sound. I'm honestly surprised. I was expecting a little more of this, to be honest. Expecting a little bit more of this, so this is a very pleasant surprise to me. This is a very, very pleasant surprise. I like it. For 135, not bad at all. Yeah, not bad at all. Kamui says, is this the plastic or metal one? This is the plastic one. I think one of the biggest reasons why it sounds deeper than the NK65 that preceded it is that they switched from an aluminum plate to a polycarbonate one. I was actually thinking I would be very disappointed. But no, this is great. This is good. I'm very, very happy about it. I actually unboxed both of these guys on the exact same stream, and my conclusion was that the Freebird was a much nicer board. I still think so, to be honest. I still think so. I was more impressed by the Keeps for All Freebird than I was with the NK87. But I think now I may be singing a different tune. Like, I think they may be more comparable than one being more superior than the other. Let me just do another quick sound test of that. I would characterize this board as a more higher pitched board than this. And that's going to be primarily because of the metal chassis, I think, and the way that it's mounted. This is a top mount board versus a hybrid top slash tray, I think. Yeah, I guess that's what I would characterize this board as. In terms of sound, like, I wonder, will I like this board better if I put the PBT caps on it? Not sure, but I'm very much liking the feel. I'm liking the feel of this. I think the plate is doing wonders for it. This board still feels nicer in hand though. So I will have to say though that in terms of PCB, I think the Yankar PCB is much better than the Freebird one. Especially when it comes to NVIDIA support. With Yankar PCBs, you can actually control these guys right here, these LEDs using VIA, along with some of the additional patterns. Yeah, let's do another typing test of this board and we can conclude the stream. There we go. Let's see, where's my typings? There we go. Quick take on the board. This board completely surprised me. I was fully expecting it to be just like an NK65, which was great when it first came out, but people tended to, other companies just caught up to it, caught up with all of its features, and admittedly, as it is right now, the NK65 isn't that great of a board. So I was expecting that the NK87 would follow in its footsteps and also be not that great of a board. But I am very pleasantly surprised. I know this is just the Entry Edition variant, but this feels better and feels stockier than I was expecting. So I would pretty much recommend this board. If like someone's looking for a $135 TKL, like you don't want to, like you want a TKL but you don't want to go all crazy and have a very limited budget, this is going to be a worthy buy. Of course, if you did want something metal, the next board to consider would be the Keeps for All Freebird. But in terms of feel, I would give the Freebird maybe a slight edge, a very slight edge over the NK87. Both boards feel great. This one just feels a little better. But yeah, anyway, thanks guys for joining in. You'll probably see a couple more streams with this guy in there. So far, I'm really enjoying him. We'll probably be typing on it for the next week. Hope you have a good rest of your week. And make sure you tune in tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. PDT, in which I cover the group buy news for the week. If that's the kind of info that you guys want to check out, come back here tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. PDT. All right, guys, have a good rest of your Saturday. Bye.